Hello to my students, it's Mrs. Nelson, your librarian. I have another story for us today. I have the story of Miles McHale, and Miles has a little problem. Miles is a tattletale. So let's go ahead and see what kind of trouble Miles is getting himself into being a tattletale. Miles McHale, Tattletale. This is a fiction story. It was made up. The author is Christiane Jones, and she is the author. She wrote all the words. The illustrator is Elena Ellis. She drew all the pictures and did all the coloring. She did all the artwork. So, Miles McHale, Tattletale. Miles McHale was smart. He was funny, he was sweet. But Miles McHale was also a tattletale. And not just a 1 or 2 time a day tattler. We're talking about constant tattling all day long. Frank won't stop staring at me. Hattie is going too fast. That boy is picking his nose. Sometimes the tattling didn't even stop at bedtime. Thomas isn't using his blanket. The tattling was a problem at home, but it was a big problem at school. Elsa is sharpening her pencil. Noah is tying his shoe. Cale is scratching his arm. And Miles wasn't the only tattler, but he was the worst one. And one day, Mrs. Snitcher started the tattle battle. "Okay, class," Mrs. Snitcher said. "The rules are simple. 2 teams, 1 week, no tattling. Whichever team has the fewest number of tattles gets extra recess on Friday." When the teams were assigned, Miles didn't stop tattling. Adeline is being too loud. Lola won't stop clapping. Landon is standing on 1 foot. His team was not impressed. "Miles, hold on a minute," Mrs. Snitcher said. "Before we start, let's recite the Tattle Battle Pledge. If a friend is sick, hurt, or in harm's way, then telling someone is okay." And with that, the tattle battle officially began. Miles knew the rules, and he didn't want to let his team down. But sometimes it was hard to know what was tattling and what wasn't. "Mrs. Snitcher, Allie is chewing on her pencil." "Is she sick or hurt or in danger?" Mrs. Snitcher asked. "Well, she could choke on it," Miles replied. "That is true, but not likely." "Okay," Miles said. "Got it." "Mrs. Snitcher, Emma isn't wearing socks." "Is she sick, hurt, or in danger?" Miss Snitcher asked. "Well, she might catch a cold," Miles said. "Maybe, but it's not likely." "Okay," Miles said. "Got it." But he didn't really get it. He tried hard, but Miles kept letting his team down. By the end of the week, his team was losing, and he was alone. Alone at recess. Alone at lunch. Alone on the walk home. Nobody wanted to talk to him, especially his teammates. His team was losing the tattle battle, and it was all his fault. "That's it," he said to himself. "No more tattling ever." That night, Miles was playing in his room and he heard a loud noise in the kitchen. "Hattie, what happened?" Miles asked. "I wanted another cookie," his sister said. "But when I climbed onto the counter, I slipped." Miles had a choice to make. Should he tell his mom or not? He didn't want to be a tattletale, but Hattie was hurt. Then Miles remembered the Tattletale pledge. If a friend is sick, hurt, or in harm's way, then telling someone is okay. That's it. I'm not tattling. I'm telling. And that's okay. The next day, the class recited the Tattletale pledge right after the first bell. If a friend is sick, hurt, or in harm's way, then telling someone is okay. But at the end of the pledge, McHale went on, "Unless it's sickness, danger, or bullying I see, I will mind my own business and worry about me." McHale, that is a wonderful addition to our pledge, Mrs. Snitcher said. "I will take away 3 tattle points for your team." Miles beamed with pride. His team still lost the tattle battle, but that was okay. He apologized to his team and he won back his friends. After that day, McHale never tattled again. In fact, nobody ever tattled again. Life was perfect. The end. Well, not quite. But I did tattle a lot less. And so did my friends. And here is the Tattletale pledge. If a friend is sick, hurt, or in harm's way, then telling someone is okay. Unless it's sickness, danger, or bullying I see, I will mind my own business and worry about me. And that is our book, McHale, Tattletale.